Derek is off gullivanting. See what we did there?
Gullivanting.
Gullivanting at Low Rock Beach in North Dublin today.
So impressed. He's helping to release some injured seagulls back into the wild.
Yes, lovely thing this morning. Derek, it's over to you. What a beautiful morning out there.
Absolutely beautiful morning, guys, and a real feel-good story down here at Low Rock, broadcasting live here from Malahide in North County Dublin, right across the morning. A very special morning. Pierce Stokes from Kildare Wildlife Rescues with us. Pierce, we have lots of boxes here behind us. Tell us, what are we doing here this morning?
What you're looking at there is about 30 herring gull chicks. They came into care in Kildare Wildlife Rescue over the last few months. Some would have been orphaned, some would have been injured, some would have been kidnapped. Taken into care accidentally by well-meaning members of the public, falling from the nest and spraining a wing or an ankle and just needing that little bit of help. Some came in as eggs that came out of a nest, hatched in Kildare Wildlife Rescue, but none of these birds here today will have seen the sea before. So today we're going to release them. They're going to see the sea for the first time. Hopefully they're going to take flight, and certainly in my experience, this is usually pretty magical, so I'm excited.
Absolutely magical. We have some rescue footage live on air there. How did you go about rescuing some of them, Pierce?
You name it. We've got over 140 gulls in care at the moment. We've been doing this for many years, so we've caught them in all kinds of circumstances, in basements, up on roofs, tangled up in barbed wire, hit by cars, you name it. These gulls have survived it. Yeah.
In terms of rearing them, then you said some of them hatched from egg. What did you feed them? What did you give them back at base?
That's a Dan question, and he'll chat to you about that in a minute. So it's a huge team of 120 volunteers, all volunteers at Kildare Wildlife Rescue, so that when they're first born, that's once they come out of the incubator, round the clock feeding. We've got to feed them, first of all, the appropriate food for the nestlings, and as they work up, they get weaned onto like the kind of food that they'd be expected to eat, lots of fish, thanks to Seal Rescue Ireland who give us some of that fish. And then we get them ready to come out here. They get nice and strong in the paddocks, getting their flight muscles ready, they preen their feathers down, and you can see now they have that very camouflage plumage. In a couple of years, 3 years time, they'll lose that and they'll turn into that beautiful, pristine white that everybody knows.
We were talking about it earlier on because gulls, in fact, have quite a long lifespan.
That's right, yeah. So the oldest ever recorded, I believe, is 49 years of age. But it means that the white gulls that you see flying around Dublin City, they could be 20, 30, 40 years old. And I just think like the city has changed so much around them. People complain about them coming into the cities. Believe me, they do not want to live in the cities. They want to live on the coastlines. They want to eat the fish out of the sea, not the rubbish that's thrown on the streets. So when I would be rescuing, say, up on roofs in Dublin, I often find so much litter, and they didn't create that litter. They are cleaning up that litter, if you like. So I never knew anything about gulls before I started doing wildlife rescue, and I just have come to respect them so much. They're incredible survivors.
All right, Pierce, we'll come back to you in a few moments' time because we're going to pop over here to Dan, and Dan is part of the Kildare Wildlife Rescue team. Dan, you've loads more gulls back at base, you were telling me.
Yeah, so we've 100 more gulls back at base today, and over the next few hours we're going to go back, bring more out to release along the coast here. All
right, so you're going to stagger the release. Are you going to stay here in Low Rock, or are you going to head down the south or the north coast as well?
Yeah, we're going to start going to the north, yeah. We're going to go back and get another 30 or 40, release them, go back and get the next lot then, yeah. So it's a really great morning for us here.
Absolutely, and we were talking about the volunteers because this would not happen without all the team of volunteers that you have back at base in Kildare.
Yeah, we've over 100 volunteers signed up to Kildare Wildlife Rescue, and they've been working really hard over the summer. We've been really inundated with animals. We've had a 70% increase on the need for our services from last year. So that's a huge, so they've been working from morning until late at night.
I mean, so when you look at this morning, and we have our gulls and we're going to release them now within the next minute or so, this is a real special morning to see this.
It is, it's really special after all that hard work. We don't get to usually come out and do the releases, so it's nice to see they've come in. Some of these have come in from eggs, so to see them go back out into the sea where they belong.
All right, Pierce, you're going to pop in here because we're going to release them now for the first time ever. So tell us, explain what you're doing on air to the viewers at home.
Okay, so as I said, this is the culmination of months of work, and this is the last moment that these animals are under our care. So we have to be very careful, keep it as low stress and as safe as possible. So we've cleared the beach, we make sure there's no dogs off the lead or any of that kind of stuff. And then very gently, we're just going to open up these boxes. And as I said, nothing goes according to plan in wildlife rescue. So hopefully this all goes okay.
Gently does it.
There you go.
And there we go.
That bird is seeing the sea for the first time. So if you do it nice and gentle,
tip
it over. Let them jump
And
out.
they're quite big, aren't they?
They are bigger than you think,
There
probably.
we
Let's
go.
tip
Now,
that over.
There we
yeah.
tip it over. Okay,
That's
wow.
it.
This
Now,
is
my worry-
incredible, isn't it?
And make sure the boxes don't blow away in the wind.
Okay. And when they head out to sea now, what
They
are they
will.
looking for first up? I mean,
They'll
in
be
terms
looking
of
for
their
a
food.
delicious brat that we've been feeding them for the last while.
And there we have it, our
there
first
they are,
flight.
flying
Look at
for the
that.
first time. Look at that.
Oh, wow. There's our first little one gone into the air.
There they
Look,
are.
this is their first time flying, right?
Yeah, flying like that. Yeah, flying in the wild. That's their first time.
Okay, so we have them all. How many in total do we have here this morning? So we already have one in the air. We can see them there. This is incredible. This is beautiful, isn't it? And I mean, this is all new to them now, Pierce.
They've never seen the sea like this before. Whoa, look at that one straight out.
There we go. We have them
They all
out.
have personalities. They all behave
And there we have,
differently.
look, our first little fellas. So they're just spreading their wings for the very first
That's
time.
right.
I empty that one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. And we've one last one here now.
I want to do another one there.
Yeah,
Derek.
we'll do one last one here on air. Here we go.
Tilt that one over.
There
Nice.
we go. Okay.
Real gentle, and then get
Real
these out of
gentle.
the way.
Okay, here
so
we
it
go.
doesn't hurt its wings.
Oh,
And there it goes.
Look at that. Oh, and he's
Look.
straight out.
Straight out of it. That
Straight
one's
out.
called Derek, actually.
Oh, there's
if
Derek,
you
there's
believe it or
Derek.
not.
Isn't that incredible? There's something very powerful about that, right?
Yeah, like that. Like Dan said, we don't usually get to see the releases, but when you do, they can be quite emotional to see these animals that came in such dire straits. You know, hit by cars on purpose sometimes, and then they come out and they fly again. So Kildare Wildlife Rescue is all about giving animals a second chance, go back into the ecosystem and help us out.
Where can we find out more online?
Kildare Wildlife Rescue, so that's kwr.ie. Follow us on social media and all the rest. Please support us.
What a magical morning down here at Low Rock in Malahide in North County Dublin. Look at all our gulls taking their flight for the very first time. The kids have come down here as well. Very, very special. Back to you guys in studio. Oh, wow.
That
That's
was
beautiful,
so
isn't it?
gorgeous.
Do they know what to do? It's obviously inbred in them. Like they go, they know now. They're homing. They know what to do.
Yeah, that last one flew straight out. It
Yeah.
was gone.
Know exactly
no
what was
messing
going on.
around.
It's like you knowing what to do with Kylie. You know what I mean? It's inbred in you. You came out of the womb knowing Kylie will come someday. That was absolutely gorgeous, and we appreciate Derek when he does this for us so often.
Yeah, that
doing
is
these.
so
That's a gorgeous
lovely. We
story.
were all glued to that now
Yeah,
this morning.
we were. If there was some herring and fish in the sea, hopefully they'll get to have some.
Another side to the people who steal your chips.
I know, there we go. And now still to come, we're going to be chatting to a 91-year-old tennis champ about her love for the game.
We're piecing together the secrets of success to become world puzzle champion.
Plus, around the catwalk, boho fashion is making a comeback. Did you know? You do now. See you in a few minutes.